This song has been lighting up the Korean world. This is IU and V with Love Wins All.
The Borg! It's the Borg!
That is a Death Rubik's Cube.
That is the Borg. It's a Borg cube.
It's a Borg cube.
Resistance is futile.
Did that just have subtitles for hand gestures?
I think it did. Yes.
That wasn't like sign language. That was just like, yeah, everyone understands. It means go over there. Okay.
It's like not even like for the hearing impaired or anything.
No,
you know,
it was just subtitles.
Like a lot of
saying, yeah,
a lot of anime. So I've been watching Inuyasha with my wife recently, and one of the things that I noticed is they say a lot more than they need to, and like it kind of breaks the rule of like show don't tell, you know. But I mentioned it to my wife. She said that a lot of anime is, or a lot of Japanese TV in general, is also trying to accommodate the hearing impaired.
Oh yes, majorly.
And so
my in-laws are hearing impaired.
Sorry, and the blind. We were talking about the blind, not the hearing impaired.
Oh, okay.
The blind. Trying to accommodate people who don't have the normal senses. So she said that they're talking so much because there are people who are, well, not watching, I suppose, but hearing, no, enjoying, watching, but without their eyes, you know. And so hearing like, I'm punching you with this type of punch, you know, or like, oh no, that's the thing that we needed, or like that's the golden scepter of peace. And it's like, yeah, we can see it's the golden scepter of peace. It's like, but the person who can't see that. That's my point. Anyway, that's just a little information for you guys. Yay, clothes. Oh, what a pile of laundry.
Dearest darling, my universe, 날 데려가 줄래? 나의 가난한 상상력으론 떠올릴 수 없는 곳으로 저기 멀리 from Earth to Mars 꼭 같이 가줄래? 그곳이 어디든 오랜 외로움 그 반대말을 찾아서 어떤 실수로 이토록 우리는 함께일까 세상에게.
Well, I'll start by saying I did not expect this to be like a slow, like love ballad with the way the visuals were at the beginning. But it's very, very pretty. Her breathy slides are very skillful. Those are not easy to do. It's much easier to clearly hit a note. It's it's more difficult to slide up notes clearly. It's even more difficult to be breathy while sliding up the notes. That's not an easy skill. That's one she's probably worked a lot to be able to do. A very pretty song. The visuals are very interesting. The camera kind of showing you things in their best light. I can't decide if that's like a metaphor for not taking things we see as amazing, or if it's for like appreciating memories.
Yeah, like we always look back as, you know, the grass is greener in the past type of thing.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's very interesting.
But it's interesting because they're doing it in real time.
Yeah,
you know,
they have it's like they have sight into the ideal of the other person.
Yeah,
seeing that person in their best self. I don't know.
Or just in the best world. But also, like, not to skip over kind of the elephant in the room here, but the set. The set is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when there's... and this speaks to the set that we didn't talk about at first, because it's so good that we were just pulled right into the video. and starting to talk about the themes and things like that, because this set was already so very, very well done. To all the dust on things and the cobwebs and the types of things that are out,
The broken sign at the mall store.
the broken pool, like all these different things.
Even down to that, it flashes on the fake person. What are those things called?
Mannequin.
It flashes to the mannequin, and the mannequin, I looked at it and went, well, that looks like oddly clean and out of place in such a dystopian world. But it painted a good image, in that it was realistic dystopia, in that there are still going to be things that look like they did before everything fell apart.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, the set, fantastic.
어떤 실수로 이토록 우리는 함께일까 세상에게서 도망칠 run on 나와 저 끝까지 가줘 my lover 나쁜 결말일까 길 잃은 우리 둘 부서지도록 나를 꼭 안아 더 사랑이 내게 immature lover Love is a love is a love 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 love
Wow, what a well-produced production this.
Yeah, I think the camera symbolizes looking through the rose-colored glasses of love,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, I love you, and it doesn't matter what scars or wounds you have. I don't see that. I see you. I see the bright, wonderful you, and not just the person, but also the backgrounds. It's like the love I have for you brightens my whole world and environment around me. Like it takes this like moldy plate of trash and turns it into a macaron, which is really neat too, because my wife just bought some almond flour to make some macarons.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, really like it. And I liked the moment that it switched from just like, oh yeah, we're looking through this camera, to, oh, this is how they're experiencing it, was when she entered the scene. And it was like, oh, she can't be looking through the camera and in the scene wiping the macaron stuff off his lips, right? This is the way that they are experiencing each other despite what's going on around them. This is them creating the beauty around them. I once heard a talk, it was at a religious sermon really, but the guy was talking about post-World War II. He looked down and he saw a young girl, after one of the bombs had been dropped in Hiroshima. He looked down and he saw a girl walking through the rubble looking for a flower, looking for anything, but she picked up a flower. And in his mind he thought, she's looking for the beauty. But what she doesn't realize as a child is that she is the beauty in this scene. That's what this reminds me of, where it's a beautiful scene, but it's the person there who's making the scene beautiful. It's the experience that people are having together. You can objectively say the moldy piece of plate that doesn't have any food on it is not beautiful, but the experience that they're having together, the time that they're enjoying together, is the beauty in the scene. It's wonderful.
I feel like I need these songs from today in my life. This is just nice.
결국 그럼에도 어째서 우리는 서로일까 세상에게서 도망칠 run on 나와 저 끝까지 가줘 my lover
have to mention this invasive thought. If you've played Remnant 2, you know that those Rubik's Cube bosses, it doesn't matter how strong you are, they will kill you sometimes. It's the worst. It's a game that came out recently, was really, really popular. And one of the bosses is like 6 cubes. And they are so annoying.
I feel like crying a little bit, but I'm not sure if it's because of this emotional scene or because of how you just ruined it. One of the things that's really interesting. So I grew up watching Star Trek, and I've loved sci-fi. And sci-fi is really interesting because it allows you to explore humanity in a unique kind of way that really drills in on the concepts and ideas that maybe are a little easier to zoom into with all the abstraction of being sci-fi.
Yeah.
And here, I think that they're doing that very, very well. This is like a very like sci-fi concept. People are like, I'm not into sci-fi. And everyone's into sci-fi. Sci-fi's legit. But we're still like, it's the same thing, right? Like we're connecting with these people on this emotional level, even though like I've never had to like beat back a glowing cube, except that one time in Arkansas anyway, but that was different. But this time, like I never had to do it in Korea. But despite all that, there's still so much feeling, so much emotion, so much humanity there. And I think that at first I was like, sci-fi theme. Okay. I think I'm really happy that they picked a sci-fi theme to be able to augment the humanity. Yeah. Which I think is something that it just does so well.
Well, the thing that I liked in this scene, where he picks up the rod and just starts hitting the cube.
How dare you? What about us?
Wow. He starts hitting this cube, showing that he's trying to be the protector. I'm assuming he's like, all right, if we're not going to both escape, you can escape. And just starts hitting this cube. But notice that she doesn't leave. Mm-hmm. She also is like, I'd rather just end it here with you.
Yeah.
I know that you're trying to give me this opportunity, but I'd rather we go together. Especially after all these cool experiences they've had walking around this mall and enjoying their time together, while knowing that if the cube finds them, the end is here, they're still finding time to enjoy each other.
Well, and did you notice, and I could be wrong here, but I think, so they were all normal looking for a while, right? And doing all their normal stuff. And what was really cool is the pictures printed out, and it was the opposite. So the pictures printed out as the new reality, right? Like the
reality, not what
the actual reality, not the rose-colored glasses, right? And they had switched places with that, right? They became so into this like perfect happy-go-lucky world that now the pictures are that. And that was kind of a foreshadowing, because when the cubes first attacked in the wedding scene, they were still this ideal when they were running away. Mm-hmm. And then they shifted to that at the broken wall scene, and they back to the normal with the scars and everything. And so just seeing the transitions there and seeing the like that feeling of being broken from your ideal world, that cocoon of peace and joy and love that you have, back to that. And then now it's like it's go time. It's grab the stick and battle time.
That was a very nice callback to the obvious and odd scene setting piece that you had even mentioned, like pile of clothes. Now you have to call back and understand the point of the pile of clothes being in the middle of so many scenes.
I think that scene would probably give my wife PTSD. The laundry, not the death.
Oh gosh, I thought that was very, very well portrayed, very well acted. At the end, when she goes to support him after he's tried to defend her so she can run, even though he has just tried to act tough, he doesn't turn around and say, "Why didn't you run?" He accepts her support.
Yes,
in the
I
end.
loved that.
And
I
then
loved
she
that.
covers his seeing eye so that he doesn't have to experience the end in its full power.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
It's very well done.
I loved the line where it's like, like crushing you in my arms or whatever, That was really nice.
Yeah, very, very many good details.
Like you said, the acting I thought was done really, really well. When he comes out with the bat, like you can see the desperation. Like it's not just like I'm a singer who is trying to do a thing. It was very, that was a lovely song. That was a lovely song, which you guys would probably enjoy experiencing without all of the commentary interrupting it. I know I would.
You probably already have, and that's why you're watching reactions to it.
And you should again, because that was nice.
Yeah, that was a beautiful song. The vocals were gorgeous. The acting was very well played out. The choice of scene was beautiful. I liked the addition of them being very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they're sitting there eating, they're making sign language as they're eating to not like notify the cube where they are. There were lots of little elements that were making sure that they were not breaking the scene that they had set up. They made it very deliberate, and they didn't miss any details. Down to her, like, covering his eye at the very end, no detail was overlooked. It was just beautiful.
That's so beautiful. Oh, my goodness.
That was gorgeous.
Wow. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for showing us awesome music like this. If you have more recommendations like this, hit us up so we can experience them together. And also, we have a members section for like fun stuff and members only things and like magical fun things. Anyway, go over there. It'll be fun.